We continue our Managing Your Supply Chain series, and our next topic is how to use first article production samples with new CNC vendors to optimize the product launch process. While getting samples produced up front takes extra time, the value created in the process will offset the delay and ensure the transition to your new vendor goes smoothly. Since we're both a vendor to some companies and a customer to others, we deal with both sides of this first article sample equation. This week we'll review 3 key points to ensure you benefit from first article production samples. First off, make first article production samples part of your new product, new vendor process. There are 2 main reasons to get a new CNC vendor in place for a production run. 1, a brand new product that you've never produced, and 2, switching to a new vendor because your current vendor hasn't performed. For the brand new products that's transitioning from prototyping stage into production, getting a first article production sample will verify that the production process is matching the prototyping process for the project. If you're just switching a current product to a new vendor, you'll want to make sure the new part meets expectations prior to starting the transition. Placing a production purchase order with your vendor and stipulating that you'll want to review and approve a first article sample prior to running out the production can help you save some money in the long run. Giving your vendor the chance to order the production quantity of material at the outset is a big help in knowing that they will just be slightly delayed by approval before they can run the balance of the production quantity. Another way to maximize the value of the first article samples is to get your vendor's quality inspection plan and provide them with your receiving inspection plans. Too often these plans are generated at the last minute, but they can be a big benefit to the process if they're completed early in the process. Secondly, plan the project timeline ahead to ensure it flows smoothly. To start the setup of a new project or new vendor is one of the most challenging aspects of the relationship. Getting your team and your vendor's team on the same page can help things flow smoothly. It doesn't have to be a long meeting, and these days Zoom will often be sufficient. Just talking through a few elements with the key players on each side can help avoid so many problems after the project starts. Establish the project timeline, review both the new vendor's quality inspection plans and your inspection receiving plan, and identify the first article approval requirements. You can set up a check-in schedule for after the project starts. This doesn't have to be a big deal, but even with the best pre-project meetings, things can come up that could impact the project. Establishing ahead of time the rhythm of the project follow-up will ensure everyone is clear on the progress along the way. And finally, execute the plan and be ready when first article production samples are delivered. The critical aspect for your vendor will be ensuring that you're ready to inspect and provide feedback on the first article production samples. Being ready for it and turning it around quickly will go a long way to having them a willing partner when new opportunities present themselves. And finally, using first article production samples with new CNC vendors can help optimize the product launch process. While getting samples produced up front takes extra time, the value created in the process will offset the delay and ensure the transition to your new vendor goes smoothly. Committing to the production quantities will reduce the cost of the samples, and exchanging Q&A paperwork ahead of time will be helpful. A pre-production meeting can ensure your team and your vendors are on the same page. If you take these steps we've identified, your process for getting a new CNC vendor into production will ensure you're setting them up and yourself for success. In Part 7 of our Managing Your Supply Chain series, we'll discuss cybersecurity and what it takes to protect yourself as you engage your vendors.